up, people? It is your boy, C. Grant. Welcome to another edition of the Guy Talk Pod, where we are honest, open, and transparent. We have another great guest with us today, going into the new year strong, ending the year strong with a very hot topic that is dear to us, dear to the community, and dear to fathers and men in general. So we can't wait for you guys to hear what's going on with our guests, and we are excited to talk about it today. Got my co-host with me here, Pastor Marcus Winfrey. What's up, brother?
Ain't nothing to it, man. I'm good. Good to be here.
How you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
You finished that Christmas shopping yet, man?
I didn't. I'm about to go.
Look, I ain't started. I'm going today. You know.
Me too.
Now today, what is today's date?
21st.
The 21st.
Yes,
so
yes,
hopefully my online stuff come in and we go from there.
Right.
But we got our guests. We're going to dive in. I am so excited about this episode. We're all about empowering men. But today we're going to talk about a topic that's not, in my opinion, not talked about enough, and that's our male youth. In a lot of capacities, people have thrown them by the wayside. They've considered them to be lost in some capacities, and we don't feel that way here at the Guy Talk Pod, and our guest does not, and he is here to take us through the journey of our high risk and juveniles and how they encounter the justice system and what they are doing as peace brothers, peacemakers, to allow for those kids to be healthy, contributing individuals in society. We have Mr. Chad Buchanan with us today. What's up, brother?
What's going on, my brother?
How you doing? Doing good, man. I'm so excited to have you. Me and Chad, y'all have been talking via text and via social media, I guess, for the last maybe 2 months now. Mm-hmm. And I reached out to the brother. I don't even know if I told you this, Chad. I was following you years ago as I saw you through your health journey. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You were getting right, losing pounds. I know me, myself, I fluctuate with my weight. I try to get down and I gain again. So I first and foremost, man, I commend you for your consistency on that, bruh. You looking good, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I followed the journey. And I really commend you, man. So I was from a guy from a distance saying, really admiring you for that, man. Because battling, as men battling our health, that's not always an easy journey, man. Yeah. So I commend you, boss.
But I do it for mental health reasons, though.
Okay.
Because also just losing the weight. I used to be 306 pounds, but I do it once. I had a friend, he was murdered. He worked out a lot. So I just used to go to the gym and eat a cheeseburger while he worked. Yeah. We looked at like the number 10 together, you know what I'm saying? But I was searching. I was about to self-destruct at one time. Yeah. He run the LSU lakes because he was a boxer. And he's like, man, just come to the lakes with me. Just come. And he used to, for years and years, like, just come. Right. So I was in a bad time in my life. And I just came one day with him and I just walked.
Wow.
And I just walked and I just started walking and I just found peace, right? Like, first of all, coming from the community I came from, your life just being chaos.
Yeah,
I realized that it is a peace in Baton Rouge.
Right.
One time I never knew that Baton Rouge even had a LSU lake, so we was even allowed to go over there,
Yeah.
I always had the traumas every time I went by LSU.
We wasn't wanted. Yeah, so wasn't welcome. Yeah,
right for me, right?
Yeah,
so I just started walking the lakes. I was about 65 pounds down before I even went to the gym.
Wow!
Like my friend was like, "Man, now you gotta go to the gym or you're gonna be slouchy." Yeah. I do it for mental health reasons because no matter how much negative energy I put into my workout, if I'm mad at somebody, I go and kill myself in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a positive workout.
You're right. So. Man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, bro. We never talk about that part of it. Yeah, that's wrong, man. Especially, like you say, from the mental health aspect of it, that's very important for us as men because a lot of times we don't have, like, them safe spaces to really give that energy out. You know what I'm saying? Like
we always promote negativity.
You're right.
Growing up in my neighborhood, Zion City, Glen Oaks, we talked about dudes from working out.
You're right.
Oh, man, look at that dude.
Right.
Who you think he is?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
it was really specific for the ball players. If you played ball,
Yeah, it'll kind of like understandable. Yeah.
for your own.
You only come swole when you came out of jail.
You're right. Yeah. Real talk.
That's it. That's right.
Well, man, we know that you are an advocate and a mentor for our
High risk youth.
at-risk youth. And man, this is something when I was reading and just kind of doing my research on and as we was talking, man, just like we said earlier, how the youth has kind of fell by the wayside. Man, tell the people your story and how you got involved with the high risk and at-risk youth.
Well, I am the work, I didn't know this late early in life because I always used to ask God, for the longest, I just felt like I just wasn't God's favor, right? Like, I always used to be like, why my life was so hard? So when I was 14, I went to jail for murder. I went to jail for murder. Then I got out. At 16, went right back in for 4 counts of attempted murder. Jeez. So, that was just my life. That was my teachings. I come from a high criminal family. I mean, I got great parents, trust me. Mm-hmm. If I could die and come back, I'd choose my mom and daddy again. They just didn't know no better. They taught me the best that they knew.
Yeah.
My aunties, uncles, everybody that's just what it was with us, Mm-hmm. They went to, my uncle died in jail for murder, 26 years in Angola, my uncle that I looked up to, he was a big gangster. He was a Papa Smurf over the Zion City Smurfs.
Yeah,
my
I remember
mom,
that.
She was Smurfette. They were just, I come from a gang family. So I was a trouble youth, high risk youth, at risk youth. That's all I knew. In and out of jail as a juvenile. Ended up doing juvenile life because they just got tired of me. Actually got tried as an adult at 16.
Hey.
But by the grace of God, they let me, I got another chance to go back to the juvenile system. So they went, got me out the parish and pulled me back to the juvenile system. My lawyer worked that out. So I just ended up doing my juvenile time, but I still was in trouble when I got out of juvenile.
Yeah.
I was just I was that guy that nobody wanted to see coming. Like if we was in a party or we was somewhere, you see me coming, it was gonna be a problem. Me and my team.
Yeah.
We just tore up everywhere, into drugs, selling drugs, all that. I was just not a good person that you want to be around. But me, I just I tell a lot of people like, man, a lot of these kids don't realize that they operating in chaos, right? Because I just thought that was normal life for me, I just thought that was a normal life. Violence was a part of it.
Yeah, what it was gonna be.
The circle of life. That was it. It was eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm gonna shoot you, because we was taught growing up that I was taught growing up that anger was a sign of strength. Mm-hmm. So the more anger I got, the more stronger I felt.
Yeah. And we gon' man, that's a perfect segue into our scripture. So we like to start every through the episode, lean in on a scripture. And I think this is perfect for what we talking about. Today's scripture come from Proverbs 22:6. They're gonna read from the NIV version. Start children off on the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it or turn from it. And I think this really emphasizes the importance of setting a foundation for our children and what they should go and what they should be doing based upon how we live. So Chad, tell us what does it mean to really work with high risk and at risk youth, and what drew you to them so heavily?
So it's considered as CVI work, community violence intervention. Well, it's programs where they saying that, hey, we not gonna police our way out of this. We not gonna let the police deal with the communities. The community gotta fix the community, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically like a lot of these kids, they know my story. A lot of their parents know my story. A lot of people, I got a lot of respect in my community. I could be using my influence for bad, but these programs, I use it for good, right? Because I was a shooter, so that means I got a lot of shooters look up to me.
Yeah.
So instead of me telling the shooters, hey, man, come be my hitman, I really got that type of power to tell them, hey, this where we going with this. We're going to tear the neighborhood up. I'm going to give you $500, $1,000. Go kill that guy. Go do that. I ain't doing that. I'm using my influence for good.
Yeah,
hey, man, Y'all hang around me. Y'all look up to me. Let me tell y'all what.
Teach you something better.
Let me
Teach
teach
you
you
a better way.
what's the better way for me. And that was a destruction for me, you know. And it's more of it's more of like just using your powers for good.
Yeah.
You know, through these systems that was put in place, and just really like so.
Funny you say that, because we talked about this on the last episode. Just, and it makes me just think about the young black man in general. So about 2 episodes ago, the day before the episode, my son had an encounter with the police in Glen Oaks. So a cat ran into him, kept going, smashed him all up. Cops get out there, they harass him. You know what I'm saying? Had his pistol in the car, registered, legal, all that. You know, my son, he smoked. You know, so they smelled the bud or whatever. But instead of dealing with the accident, they just harassed him. You know what I'm saying? They handcuffed him, went to police, and you know what I'm saying?
He could be hurt anything.
They ain't called the ambulance. We had to come out there and call the ambulance. You know what I'm saying? And it was just messed up. And that's kind of like, what do you see like with our youth? Like, what challenges are they coming from? You know what I'm saying? In terms of, is it family? Is it the experience with the police? Is it all the above? You know what?
Everything.
Yeah.
Mental health issues, man.
Yeah.
We gotta address that. So when I was 14 and I got the murder charge, the judge court ordered me to go to a therapist. But you know, we didn't believe in
it was taboo for black folks.
So
yeah.
The therapist gave my mama and daddy this report, and I remember them telling my parents, like, he got mental issues, he got bad anger problems, and he will kill again. You know, he will hurt somebody again. You need to address something inside of him he's suffering from. You know? And I was. But, you know, my mama, she pulled away from the therapist because the therapist said that, you know, we didn't believe in that.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of issues and trust. And then it's our community, right? So I use this as an example. When a guy joined the army and he go off the war and he seeing all these dead bodies, all this violence, when he come home, what they diagnose him with?
Yeah, PTSD.
PTSD, which they give him help, stuff like that. So imagine growing up in Zion City or Glen Oaks or the South or Gardell or wherever. Man, at nighttime at 11,
it's all in popping. Yeah.
And when we wake up to go to school, it's dead bodies out there. You know, we knew this. You know, we know not to mind your business or get on the floor.
Right.
We got PTSD too. We living in a war zone. You know, we going through wars. You know, and growing up, the killers had all the respect.
Yeah,
you knew that killers walking down the street, don't touch them. So that's who you wanted to be. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have other avenues to look for positive things. So we knew that with the drug dealers and all that.
That's all we knew, the examples.
The police, I watched the police killed my friend. You know, like I got a scar in my head from a cop from the Glen Oaks area. Because I mean, I tell people, man, what it wasn't a scat team. I'm trying to think of the team we had growing up in Glen Oaks, the Shells. They had like people talking about the Brave team, the team we had back in the day. They was worse.
I know I can't remember the name. Yeah, they was off the chain. I forgot the name of them.
But they was way worse. And then look at how they did our parents. How they used to do the roadblocks and stuff in the streets. And it ain't do nothing but hurt our community even more.
Yeah.
Because now you got a mother that was struggling, couldn't pay her insurance, now their car getting towed off, this and that. You know, them people was way worse than the Brave team.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Yeah, I remember.
So there's no trust. And there's no trust in the politicians. You know, it's no trust. So it's like people telling the community, like, hey, y'all need to trust us. No, y'all come give us something to trust.
Give us something to trust,
you know what I'm saying? Half of us don't even know what we voting for. You just saying vote, vote, vote. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
You know?
And that made me think about the importance of all of us having our partnerships with each other, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you got the politicians that's, you know, all they doing is vetting us for a vote. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Lie about it, nothing come to fruition. We ain't seen the schools no better. We ain't seen the communities no better. We ain't seen economic development for people that look like us no better. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he'll put these other cultures or allow for these other cultures to build up our neighborhoods. But we don't have no say in the economic development, nor are we getting a piece of the pie. Correct. You know what I'm saying? And that's what frustrates me. Every time I ride down by Jackson Avenue in Fairfield, where I started at, to Mayfair, to all of that, and I see ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50 years old, so that, and I know I'm older than y'all. That go back, it ain't changed since then. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats, young and old, still got PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What? And speaking of partnerships, Chad, tell us like the partnerships that I know it's the Peace Brokers and
Peace Brokers, but it's a lot of partnerships on a foundation called Safe Hope and Healthy. Yeah. So we got is a partnership with a lot of foundations in Baton Rouge. It's just a group of people trying to come together and do better for their city. Yeah. You know, we starting to say, look, we're going to take this into our own hands, you know, and Safe Hope and Healthy has provided the resources. Because it's like, I've been in partnership with them for, I think, like 14 months. And I always been advocating for my community and doing things out of my own pocket, trying to make things happen. So this program have gave me the resources and the information, right? Because like my friend used to always tell me, he used to be like, Chad, what's the sense of being in the rooms if you don't have the knowledge to ask the right questions? Right, so that's what they do. They gave us direction to where like, all right, you want to take care of Zion City, you want to take care of Glen Oaks, we going to help you. This the resources you need. This the people you need to talk to. Because you be amazed how many resources out there. And the thing is, like you say, the other people, they know the resources because they have people that come give them the resources, right? Yeah. Our people don't, we got this thing where we're like, we want to be the only one on top. Me. Right, you know, right. Me. Instead of me telling you, man, look, this how I got it. Call this guy, this and that, and give it to you without trying to chokehold it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's that crab mentality.
Yeah. So through the mayor, shout out to Mayor Brown, because she put a lot of this together, you know, over the past few years, and a lot of her partners and stuff.
Yeah, she deserved credit for that. Yeah, she deserved credit for that. Yeah.
And she got a lot of kickback because they were scared of messing with it, because she actually gave the community, she took a chance on felons, people like me. And she like, so all the Peace Brokers, they own Big Baby, Cedric Hargrave, Roy, Dana Wimber, like all these people, they come from trauma backgrounds. Dana used to be with Nussie, with DCL. Said Hargrave, Kingpin, did 23, 24 years in the feds.
He's in feds, yeah, he's in fed time.
He used to be a drug dealer. He big promoter. Y'all know Squeak in the team.
Yeah.
You got Big Baby. You come from the South.
Yeah. Car wash, talking about the car wash, Big Baby, yeah.
Come from the streets. You know, and then you got me. You know, so she took a chance on people who don't come from your necessary background, because there was a lot of funding that's been going on. Right. But the people who been getting it was scared of the people that they was getting it from. Yeah. So her and her crew, they changed it. They like, nah, we gonna give it to the community. Right. Let the community handle their own people, you know? Yeah. So, but we work with the kids. So what an at-risk and high-risk youth is, either a victim of gun violence or he or she a victim of gun violence or a perpetrator of gun violence. You know, but they all victims, right? Right. As you can see, like we lose a kid to the streets.
Or lose to the system.
Yeah. But it's still our black youth gone. Yeah. You know, so that's what we work with. I work with the kids just like me. Yeah. And I'm a model in showing them like, hey man, I was just like you. You know, I went to jail for several times for murder. My record messed up. I'm a functioning human now. You know, I got a credit company. I got a good job. You know, I got several businesses that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great father. You know, I help a lot of people in my community, in my city, you know. Yeah. You know, I went from being that guy that like you hated to see coming to now when I'm go places, I'm embraced with love. You know, mothers call me to talk to their kids. They, you know, I consider myself making an impact. Yeah. You know.
And see, and that's good, man, because we see so many youth, man, that we grew up to it to some degree too. Either we didn't have no example, or as we got older, we saw the examples we had wasn't, of course, the best examples. It ain't no fault to our parents. They just knew what they knew or didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They did the best they could with the exposure they had. You know what I'm saying? Or the life they came up with.
Yeah. Sometimes we we don't realize it too. Kind attract kind, right? So I'm not gonna be able to go get a murderer because I don't understand their lifestyle.
Right.
But if I have somebody who I say, okay, well, I got a resource that I can reach out to, like a Chad, or his resources, then hey, you know what? We could do that.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like you said, we get so jealous of the next person. Well, I know how to work with at-risk kids too, but I don't know how to work the level that you do.
Right.
So we got, instead of fighting each other, let's party together. That's what I think in our community, a lot of times, that's what we struggle with. You know, my expertise might not be yours.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I'm better than you, you better than me. It just
Right.
means we can all work together. Let each other learn how to connect with each other. Because I'm thinking now while you talking, I got a couple kids I need to send your way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that they dealing with things that you are better at it than I am.
Right.
I'm good at catching them, but I'm not good at catching them with all those other
And
things.
it takes a village.
Yeah, it takes a village. It really do. Yeah.
When we do our
They do.
mentorship, I might get the kid for the first time and Big Baby might connect with him. So I pass him to Big Baby. But some of these kids in our big circle, like everybody work with them, they really need that special attention. And I might be somewhere that I can't get to them.
Yeah.
You know, so we mediate walls and stuff like that. Like we don't, how they say, you don't get credit for the things that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of crime prevention.
Yeah.
But on the back end, and with the Baton Rouge street team too, they do a lot too. But what the people don't know is I use my influence of one of my peace brokers, one of our peace brokers, we go use our influence. So let's say a war inspired. This week we could do this so the police, they can't do this because, you know, police are not crime fighters.
Right.
That's what people don't understand.
Right.
When the police come, a crime
Yes,
Has happened.
and they got to do what they got to do right.
Right.
But you still need the police. I'm not saying defund the police or nothing like that.
right.
We all got to work together.
Right.
So what I can do that the police can't do is I can go
to
sit
stop it
with
from happening.
the other side of the shooters and be like, hey man, what y'all doing? Because it all be miscommunication.
Yeah.
When you talk to them and then I go talk to this side, then I go talk to the other side.
Yeah.
And be like, what we doing here, man? Y'all started killing each other. Y'all about to go to jail on the RICO. But the police know who's doing it. And if y'all don't stop, y'all about to go.
Yeah.
And how can we help y'all? What resources can we give y'all to stop? You know, what can we do? Use me as a tool.
Yeah.
And bro, you'll come to find out that sometimes they just need somebody to say that.
To
right?
say
So
that,
they can
yeah.
think. And they be wanting to stop, but they gotta keep fighting. And my influence of who I am, they respect it, and they be like, well, like you say, well, Chad used to be in the war. If Chad saying stop it, it's like I'm being the coward for them.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Because they don't nobody want to be a coward.
Yeah.
In the war, you got to
Right.
stand on that business.
Right.
Your homeboy
Correct.
just got killed.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they losing friends too. They losing, they hurting.
Yep.
They really hurting.
They mama's going through it.
They going through it, getting shot up.
Yeah.
And babies dying.
Yeah.
Because now these
Yeah.
youngsters, they ain't sparing you no more.
No.
Back in the day, if you was a good father, you know, I done let some guys get away because when I finally caught him, he was with his child.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
with him being a
That
father
was the
saved
past.
his life.
Yeah, that was the past back then. Yeah.
No, it's whoever in the car. And they going through mental health reasons.
Correct.
And we being out influenced, bro.
Correct.
That's why when I see black men doing good and stuff like that, I highlight it.
Right.
And you see my page, I always highlight the good things because I tell guys like, man, how I'm gonna show up to the school or show up somewhere busted up telling this kid who sell heroin making $1,000 a day, man, stop what you doing, be like me, and then I pull off in the hoop.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of backlash for my flashy lifestyle from the elders, and people be like, man, you gonna show that? They not gonna give you no more. Man, God gonna take care
I'm
of
not
you.
gonna take care of
Them
that.
kids love when I pull up in the car or something nice with my jewelry on, and they like, what you do for a living? Funny you ask.
Right.
You know, funny you ask.
Right.
That's what it's for. That's what.
You're right.
That's what it's for. Let
Right.
me show you. Let me show you the process of getting there.
Right.
You know.
I'm a firm believer in fruits. You know what I'm saying? Firm believer of fruits, man. And the fruit of the spirit and the fruits that God provide us through our hard work. And I'm a firm believer of showing that. And because the devil gonna show his.
Every time.
The devil, his whole kingdom gonna show off, stunt,
Look at the
everything.
rappers with the big jewelry. How we gonna compete with that?
Exactly.
Them kids want something in life.
Exactly. And the devil telling them, hey, I got this like this. Come over here. I got this package. Do this run. You know what I'm saying? Well, come to this party, whatever. And we got to be the same ones like you doing. Hey, look, come, let me talk to you about your situation. Hey, come to church. hey, come over here to the men's ministry or this kids event we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Look at the cars out here. No matter what kind of car you like, these are successful men who chose, maybe even was in the same lifestyle as you, but made a U-turn. You know what I'm saying? Real functioning citizens.
And we just being out influenced because a lot of these kids I meet, and they just need somebody to say they love them, bro.
Yeah.
When I got some mentees, bro, I ain't even meet the parents yet, and we like 7-8 months in. I done so much for these kids.
Yeah.
And they just raising themselves.
Yeah.
And what's the easiest thing to get? Drugs and a gun.
Yeah.
They don't know what we doing in life.
Right.
You know, we not meeting them where they at.
Yeah.
You know, like when I go in the communities, I need to call you to pray for them, and they'll let you pray.
Yeah.
Because they be needing it, and they'll cry, and they'll hug, change their life, bro. I done witnessed, like, over the past 14 months, I have literally turned some kids' life around.
Yeah.
Have literally, through the grace of God. Like, when we first got them, the task was just to keep them alive.
Every day.
That was their task. And I still got some of the kids like that where I can't get them a job. I can't take them to school. It's too dangerous for them. Right now, the task is just waking up every day and stopping them from killing somebody
Or being killed.
And being killed. That made me think about too, like what's your experience, or what have you had the experience where one of the kids just couldn't be reached and they ended up, locked up or still locked up? Any stories like that y'all experience doing all the time?
You need God more than everything, right?
Yeah.
So I take my work home with me all the time, because when you dealing with this, it's a lot of failure.
Yeah.
Your success rate not as much as your percentages. You probably lose 80% of them.
Yeah.
You know, because life happens so fast. I done had kids where we trying to get them in a program and they die before we get them. I done had kids where we don't even work with kids. We work with 25-year-olds. We work with, adults, young adults.
Yeah.
And we respond to crime scenes, and we didn't have to respond to crime scenes of our own use. Like, that was them. We got the dispatch and we pull up and it's them. Well, I didn't have to respond to getting a phone call and it was my closest friend got killed. Like, it was him.
Yeah.
He got shot up, and now I got to go mediate a war with
Somebody who killed your friend.
who killed my friend. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there talking to these kids, and in my mind, you going through emotions, and you got to look at the purpose through God.
Yeah.
Like everything I went through with the purpose, like I feel like God put me here for a purpose.
Yeah.
And this is my purpose. Because I'm sitting there, and I got it in me to kill him. I could even give him the address. Give my other clique the address.
Right.
Like, hey, this is where I pulled up to. He there. But I got to help my enemy.
Yeah.
He is not my enemy. So there's the work in the God. So I be needing therapy myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you lose these kids and you go through the work, but the healing is in the work, right? Because you understand that, man, my morals, principles, and integrity mean everything.
Yes, right.
So what I look like preaching to these kids, man, look, you forgive
something
your brother.
different.
And I'm sitting here helping this guy survive and live, and he just killed, he responsible for killing my friend.
I think that's the strongest test that all of us can face, is to have in the back of our mind 70 times 7. And I say that because that's how we supposed to forgive.
Right.
But when it directly impacts us or somebody in our family,
Easier said than done.
it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? That I commend you about that, man, because I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been times as a man, as a young man, somebody did me something, man, my heart was hard for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Before forgiveness really took fruit, and to see someone that killed or murdered a family member, I can't say everybody gonna feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Quote, God forgives, I don't. I used to live by that.
Yeah.
I used to
man.
realize, stalk you every day till I got you. You control my life.
Right.
If I
Right.
needed you.
That's it. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I never felt no better, man.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
could go stalk my
That
enemy
pain was still there.
and take over and win the war. And still, like, you see the kids in the rap music,
Yeah.
like the enemy be dead and they still talk about it.
Right.
That's because there's no healing in it.
That's right.
There's no healing
In
to get
it.
back. Cause now you angry at a dead man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he dead. That's the ultimate sin. You got your lick back. And what they doing? You're dead, partner. You're dead, partner.
Right.
That's anger. They hurt.
Right.
Cause they not getting, they realize that them going to ride still didn't bring their homeboy.
Still ain't bring it.
You know?
Man.
Yeah, we can go all day with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good right here. I got one last question. I want to talk about this before we wrap up, though, because this came. I think this is very important to end on. Yeah, and it's a cliche term, but I think this generation. When I say this generation, I'm talking about our age group in terms of where our mindset is, in terms of how we want to see our community improve mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. You know, Chad, like, how do we really look at strategies to break the cycles? You know, what that's going to take. And not that we got to have that answer here. It's just a question that goes through my mind a lot in terms of where do we break the cycle? You know what I'm saying? Where do we begin to really see, where do we start? But then where we even see like measurable results, you know what I'm saying?
Unity. And I'm going to say this because, you know, I hate to go back to politics again, but I just learned politics the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. My first time voting 2 years ago, and I started seeing things from a different visual, coming from so low down in the trenches to coming up to understanding stuff. Mm-hmm. Now I tell people, Martin Luther King didn't get killed because I have a dream speech. There's a speech that they don't highlight where he say, give us our own voting rights, give us our own banking, give us our own land, let us control our own communities. Yeah. It's gonna take unity first. We gotta unify. We got to get the bad people who really don't care about us out the way and take brothers like y'all who really care, and we get together. Yeah. Strong black men, these kids need to see good gangs. I call them good gangs, like all of us, 50 of us, 100 of us moving in massive, how Malcolm X lined up. Yeah. That's my vision, to get 100 brothers, 50 brothers together, and we go into these communities one by one, one community at a time. And do what we got to do. Everybody, you know, it's going to take that, man. Yeah. From different walks of life. Like he say, no ego. Yeah. No real talk. Egos. Real talk. Know what I'm saying? Straight unity. Whoever become the headliner, that's who we follow behind. Yeah. That's what it is. Right. You know, you don't climb these mountaintops so people can say, look at me. Right. You climb them so you can look at your people and see who needs your help. Right. Right. But oftentimes, that's why I love the fact of brothers like y'all who already got something in life. Yeah. So if you understand, a lot of these guys that I've learned since I got in this work, the title make them. Yeah. I don't respect the titles. I don't respect titles. Yeah. We got to get them out the way, all that old school mentality. Yeah. I'm the king. Bro, the bigger I get, the more humble I get. Right. Yeah, real talk. The bigger I get, I swear to God, bro. Real talk. And it's like, the more God bless me, the more I be like, okay, humble me, God. What you want me for? Yeah. You know, so it's going to take that. Because I start to realize, like, if you pay attention, how we going to tell the youth to get it together when we fight? We fight amongst each other. When the people who they supposed to be looking up to can't get it together. Right. Look at the circuses that's going on. Mm-hmm. You know, look at what happened when voting, how they start going against each other, turning against each other, all that. Yeah. So what we giving them? Right, exactly. What we giving them is going to take brothers like us to get together and celebrate each other and get in these big groups. Mm-hmm. Go in there. Yeah. You know, go in there and be... And give, man, these kids, I'm telling you, bro, they great kids. Yeah. You know, they just need somebody. Yeah, they need love. To care about them, man. Yeah, Think about how you feel when you hopeless. Yeah. If I back you in that corner right now, good as you is, you a man of God all the way. Mm-hmm. But you're going to come out that corner. Yeah. You're going to come out that corner, and just like, and I'm here to tell you because I'm living example that love is way more contagious than hate. But they getting is hate. They getting hate from the police, hate from their community, hate when they go to school, hate from the people from their music, hate. So that I didn't even know that I was operating in chaos. Like literally. That was your normal. That was my normal. I didn't know that I needed help. I didn't know that it was happiness. I didn't know what peace was. I thought I was at peace. I thought that was my life. That was peace for me. It was peace, normal. Right? Yeah. Man, I tell you said something big with love. And I tell this to my cousins who still trying to get it together and hold beefs in terms of older cats, even old cats. You know, some of them still holding beefs, man. It's sad. I tell them all the time, man. Love still wins. You know what I'm saying? Love still wins because everybody want to be loved, in love, no matter how hard. You know what I'm saying? We feel our lifestyle and the kids most so.
you love on them, man, that's all they want.
Well, if I could give you hate not normal.
Right.
So if I could keep hate, you ever woke up and you just hated somebody, hated something, and you be drained, right?
Yeah.
Hate not natural. Love is natural.
Yeah.
That's why it overpowers everything. Once you love somebody, you get energy.
The
Like,
energy.
you wake
Real
up,
talk.
and as long as they could keep hating us, we gonna destroy ourselves.
We gonna destroy
We
ourselves.
don't have a white and black problem. We got a black and black problem right now.
Yeah.
We not even ready to
jump on that
fight the white stuff, because right now we are our
On the enemy.
Yeah.
Real
hate
talk.
each other. You know, I
Yeah.
hated my own kind.
Yeah.
I hated you because you was black. I always used to say, man, somebody want to catch me slipping, send a white boy. I ain't watching him.
Right.
I'm watching that nigga.
Yeah. Right. And that's how we think, because that's what we grew up around.
Yeah.
Made check. Oh, go ahead, Clint.
So I just want to say before we get out of here, let the people know how to reach you, because I feel like you're so resourceful and you can help a lot of us,
Yeah.
help a lot of our communities. Let the people know how to reach you, and also how to support you too. If there's some financial help they can do, if they have resources they can give to your organization, how could they reach out to you and get with you?
So you could call my phone, man, 225-349-2019. If I don't answer, send me a text message. As far as like financial wise, I really don't, we could figure that out later on. I really just need people
To be there.
really get involved in these ecosystem meetings that
Yeah.
they be having
Yeah.
and see where these funding dollars going for our communities, and help us put the pressure on these council members and the mayors and everybody to keep the presidents. All this matter. The people that we vote for really dictate these laws
Yeah.
that help put these dollars in our communities, that help us build these community centers and stuff like that, like they got on the other side.
Yeah.
It's money for this side too. Like you say, Plank Road, North Baton Rouge,
Yeah.
there's money for that. But if you don't know, then you don't know, right?
Yeah.
And if ain't nobody holding these people
Accountable. I was about to say that.
they
Yeah.
get away.
Yeah,
So
get
we
away
gotta
with it.
teach these people what they
And they get away with the bag. They
Yeah.
get away with the bag.
Yeah. Because if the money just there, somebody gonna get it.
Yeah.
You don't have to give somebody.
Yeah.
So that's what I say. Just get involved and pay attention, and don't just feel hopeless.
Yeah.
Just at the end of the day, reach out to somebody, man. And you can reach out to me, and I'm gonna give you all the information you need without gatekeeping me. Like,
Right.
look, brother, start your nonprofit, start your 501, start this or whatever. And these people will help you. They got consultants that put these programs together.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, you don't know. And we need to vote these people out if they not doing right.
Right. Real
If they
talk.
not doing right, they don't need these seats.
Be in there.
Yeah.
They work for us.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
Right there.
Yep. That's
Now,
it.
tell them how to find you on social media, Chad.
At Chad_the good fella.
The good fella. And he wears that. He wears that. The
Ain't
good
easy being
fella.
a good fella, man.
You
And
know?
I'll be everywhere. You can run into me anywhere.
Yes.
You got a positive conversation, I'm gonna stop and talk to you.
Show
I
up.
promise you that.
Man, it's been good having you, brother. Thank you. We got to have a part 2. It's never enough time, but we're gonna partner beyond this podcast.
Indeed.
Thank y'all for tapping in. It's the Guy Talk Pod, where we are honest, open, and transparent. The Guy Talk Pod on all platforms. Follow us. See you next time. Peace.